then?
Hello Kyle. I exercise every day by doing tricep dips off my couch every day.
Here comes
Kyle, you are my best friend.
CM Punk is here. Here comes HBK.
Really, Chris?
And his opponent from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the Heartbreak Kid.
Yes, Kyle is my best friend.
You are looking at maybe the very best sports entertainer in the world today.
Congrats.
2 titles with no one to defend them. There are 2 titles on the line in this one, folks, both vacant. So tonight, no matter what, a new double champion will be crowned. Right to the face. My God. Just punched him right in the mouth. Relentless. Punch. Measured up and fist drop. What a shot.
Dave, how long have you been friends with Kyle?
And HBK is in the driver's seat right now. Oh, not to the belly.
To the sky. Oof, no way home. Suplex attempt. Able to go behind, though.
From behind, chop block.
Oh, my God.
Pendulum backbreaker.
Tick-tock. And that can end up putting CM Punk on shaky legs for a bit.
He's already feeling the damage of Extreme Rules. I hope he prepared for more of this.
Things now not going well for CM Punk.
It's got to be hard to be CM Punk right now.
Heads outside the ring.
And no countouts means he can take his time.
He's got his hands on a sledgehammer. Total chaos is about to be unleashed. And avoids taking any damage.
Kyle, I also like WWE.
Shoulders down.
Here we go.
Gonna take a lot more than that to keep this man down.
We've seen the lengths superstars are willing to go to in an Extreme Rules match to earn the victory.
Uh-oh, this isn't going to end well for someone.
Going up top.
From the top.
That was awesome, Cole. When all else fails, sometimes you just have to go back.
Shawn can't be stopped now.
Momentum is the best friend of the Heartbreak Kid.
Just punched him right in the middle. Relentless.
Enough already.
Oh, a backbreaker.
Right to the spine. And now Punk is being measured.
Sweet chin music from out of nowhere.
Shawn nailed it.
And into the cover. A kick out at 2.
There's some shock in the arena after that kick out.
Turning the tables. Ooh. That gets reversed on CM Punk. He has to be nearly at his breaking point now.
Yeah, this is trouble. Going head to head, putting each other to the test.
Just teeing off with that fight forever vibe.
It looks like we've got ourselves a brawl here.
Oh.
You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe.
Ooh. Each exchange just sapping the energy from these two. WWE Universe appreciating these athletes going on. Oh, man, the shots raining down, one after another.
And that'll end this exchange right there. Sweet champions and gone nowhere.
End of the line for Punk.
Cover.
Haters of Shawn Michaels, get used to what you're seeing.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your $1 million ECW World Television Championships. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Vacant no more, as he's now the holder of both championships.
This is a career-defining moment, and the expression on his face says it all. That is the...
Hey, let's put this in the simplest of all terms.
The challenger not take...
The Intercontinental title hangs in the balance. Tonight in a match between our refined champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and the young challenger, Rocky Maivia.
Rocky Maivia has a lot to prove here. The third-generation up-and-comer would love nothing more than to...
Finds the ropes to force a break.
A prime example of why you need to know where you are at all times. Over the top and lands awkwardly outside. Blast! blast off.
Oh my, apron senton. Throwing all caution to the wind in pursuit of the title.
Before this match, I was talking to Helmsley, and he said he can beat the snot out of this Maivia kid in less than 10 minutes. In fact, he was showing me on his watch. Did you know he has a timepiece that costs $20,000?
Confident.
The sleeper is cinched in.
And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission.
What's it going to take for Hunter Hearst Helmsley to retain his Intercontinental title here? How can he get the better of Rocky Maivia?
Well, the champ needs to put this young upstart Maivia in his place with unrelenting offense. No time for graceful bows and upper-class taunting. Just beat Rocky down.
Schoolboy into the pin. Looking to seal the deal, guys.
I don't know why he just called off the pin attempt.
Hopefully he has a strategy.
The sleeper is cinched in, and you in trouble here.
Oh, what a great counter. That'll break it up. Oh, counter's right back on Hunter. Inconspicuous by his...
Oh, no, getting in position. What's he planning?
And would you look at that? He just let go of the submission.
Maybe he did the damage he meant to do and has something else in mind.
These two are clearly fired up, going blow for blow. Rocky beats him to the punch.
So much pride, so much resiliency on display.
Big shots being fired right now. Neither competitor letting up.
Nothing pretty here, just good old-fashioned fisticuffs.
Got them off their feet here.
Talk about dismantling your opponent. The challenger might have what it takes to win this.
Ooh, and he manages to reverse.
Sent flying.
And Byron, Rocky has tremendous exuberance. Tremendous youth. He's going to be a star for a long time. The Intercontinental title hangs in the balance. Tonight in a match between our refined champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and the young challenger, Rocky Maivia.
Rocky Maivia has a lot to prove here. The third-generation up-and-comer would love nothing more than to grab his first championship tonight and send a message to the WWE that Rocky Maivia...
Uh-oh, the Cobra clutch is applied.
The Cobra! He lets go of the hold, but I don't see any reason for it.
No telling what's going on in his mind right now, Michael.
Oh. And watching from home is Rocky Johnson, the father of Rocky Maivia, former WWE Tag Team Champion.
I must admit, I do see a bright future for Maivia. Those that have been privileged enough to see Rocky Johnson in action will appreciate Rocky Maivia because he's a chip off the old block.
Notwithstanding as well the genes of his grandfather, the incomparable Peter Maivia. Oh, look out! Oh my, apron senton!
And Rocky there not showing any signs of being intimidated. Fist right on the temple. Helmsley has no control here.
The power of Rocky Maivia is too much for Helmsley right now.
And Rocky is delivering solid damage, but needs to remember to get Helmsley in the ring. The title can't be won outside of the squared circle.
Boom! Before this match, I was talking to Helmsley, and he said he can beat the snot out of this Maivia kid in less than 10 minutes. In fact, he was showing me on his watch. Did you know he has a timepiece that costs $20,000?
Confident words from Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Not sure how relevant his timepiece is to this match, though, Corey.
It isn't relevant. I just wanted to share an example of how far ahead in the game of life Helmsley is.
Oh, brother. Set it up. Nice.
The Intercontinental title hangs in the balance. Tonight in a match between our refined champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and the young challenger, Rocky Maivia.
Rocky Maivia has a lot to prove here. The third-generation up-and-comer would love nothing more than to grab his first... Soaring!
Through the air, and connects!
Took a leap of faith and connected perfectly. This could be just what they needed.
Intercontinental Championship at stake right here in Lowell, Massachusetts. We're expecting an emotional night for all of us, considering that Shawn Michaels will forfeit the WWE Championship live tonight.
Yeah, I saw a very dejected HBK earlier today. I couldn't even get him to crack a smile at all.
Watch it. Incoming!
Nobody home. He gets out of the way.
But a forearm. He's hurled out and crashes down to the floor.
Oh, look out!
Whoa, what a landing!
Putting it all on the line and coming up big with a breathtaking move.
And Rocky is delivering solid damage, but needs to remember to get Helmsley in the ring. The title can't be won outside.
Cobra clutch cinched in. The Cobra clutch.
And wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Yeah, he just released the hold, and I'm racking my brain wondering why. And even before the bell rang tonight, I think Hunter Hearst Helmsley has been trying to frustrate Rocky. He's trying to say, hey, young fella, we're going to do things at my pace, not yours.
Rocky, the 6'5", around 270-pound stud, just has to keep his cool. Don't take any unnecessary chances against a cagey competitor the caliber of our Intercontinental Champion.
And give credit where it's due. Rocky Maivia is leaving nothing to the ring in pursuit of the Intercontinental Championship. He's going up.
Perched up top. All the way to the outside. Completely throwing self-preservation out the window.
I don't know how your mind would even think about doing that.
Oh, my Lord.
Deeper into this match now, and I think it's Helmsley who's reaching peak front.
Picking up speed, building momentum. Trying to change the tides of the match.
No trying. The superstar has changed the tides of the match.
Hunter is getting dominated.
The power of Rocky Maivia is too much for Helmsley right now.
Drop kick hits the mark. Pulls their opponent in.
Belly to belly. This capacity crowd certainly behind the youngster Rocky Maivia, thinking there could be an upset here tonight. What are they attempting to do here? Looking for a suplex. Nope. What's he going to do? Oh, shoulder breaker. Smothering offense now from Rocky.
Maivia keeps bringing the energy, and Helmsley has no answer.
Drop kick.
And looking to cause some damage by attacking the skull. Maivia digging deep, eyeing Helmsley for something big. Up and...
Oh, shoulder breaker.
That is gonna hurt. The challenger clearing a path to the title.
Forced to the outside. Not a good predicament to be in. Headed out of the ring, but the count is looming. And he throws the opposition back into the ring.
Getting him right into the corner.
Boom! What a right. Gosh. Helmsley has the momentum against him here.
Seeing some hellacious offense from Maivia.
Over and over.
Elbow drop.
Piercing. Going straight for the body. Doing a little more softening up of the torso area.
Crushed in the corner. Fire with a straight shot there. Answering back. The fight is on, and it's furious. Giving up now is not an option. They have to finish this. The willpower, the sheer guts of these two.
Both absolutely drained, but both refusing to give up.
Two fighters putting their haymakers on autopilot right now. They are emptying their tanks, going back and forth like this. Getting up real slow. Not quite all there.
A face buster caught him.
The champ might have just sealed things.
Able to reach the ropes, and he's able to last here.
Drops the hammer right on the lower back.
Helmsley is keeping relentless pressure on him.
This pristine offense from Helmsley has Rocky Maivia scrambling.
And Rocky is revving this crowd up.
Maivia way up high.
Perched up top.
Diving knee drop. Maivia took to the sky and executed that high risk perfectly. I don't think Helmsley had that scouted at all. Belly to belly.
That's how you wear down your opponent.
Cranking the head. Uh-oh. Has to find a way out of this.
All the way to the floor.
Taking flight.
Oh my, apron senton.
Thrown out of ringside and back to the mat.
Look at this. Incredible.
The deadlift German. Suplex.
Looking to end this. Title in the balance with the pin.
Why on earth?
Would he give up the pin?
He's got bad intentions.
Rocky moves out of the way.
Turns that in his favor. Oh, and he gets discarded out of the ring. Headed out to ringside now. What does he have planned?
With the Intercontinental title on the line, Maivia and Helmsley are not holding back.
This match has been nothing short of sensational.
Maivia dishing it out now.
A series of disabling maneuvers from Rocky.
Scoop slam, making it look easy.
Hunter whipped into the corner. Nobody home. Rocky hit hard. And now Hunter looks to take over this match.
Helmsley muscling Maivia up to the top turnbuckle and a big right hand.
Helmsley with something big in mind here for his challenger tonight.
Well, this is just blatant disrespect from the arrogant champion.
Almost daring Rocky. Hey, you really want my title? You really think you're going to be Intercontinental Champion?
Up to the top. Hooking Rocky into a superplex. This could be it. Can Hunter capitalize? This could be it. Hook of the leg and a cover. And Rocky stays in it, getting his shoulder up.
Still not enough to put out the flame of Rocky Maivia.
Hunter has to be asking himself, what else do I have in my arsenal? And I think we may get our answer, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time, I believe, before this one's over. Hunter hooking Rocky, taking his time, looking to put him away.
Maivia just collapsed.
This just shows you how much damage Hunter Hearst Helmsley has inflicted on the challenger in this matchup.
I think Maivia's done. Official might want to step in, call this one.
The official checking on Rocky. Hunter Hearst Helmsley believes this is close to being over. Lifting him back up again. Rocky rolls through. Shoulders down. Rocky wins the title.
Rocky Maivia has shocked Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Here is your winner, and the new Intercontinental Champion, Rocky Maivia.
We have a new Intercontinental Champion.
In a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers, the final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss, there wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. You can think of him as the first boss. Predecessor to the tribal chief.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, Peter Maivia.
Always a chaotic matchup.
Is up.
Steel cage match underway. Peter Maivia versus George the Animal Steele. Most of the matches between Peter Maivia and George Steele have ended inconclusively, but this time we'll have a winner.
These are two very different men, Cole. The High Chief is a man of great pride and respect for the ring, while Steele is, well, he's an animal. I can't think of two opponents with more opposing styles.
You said it, Corey. Let's just hope this one gets taken care of in the ring tonight. George the Animal Steele might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost a match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steele's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Well, Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the animal will throw at him, even inside a cage.
From the heavens, big body splash from the top.
Bam! Ooh, big forearm.
Oh, the physicality on display there. Unbelievable.
Oh, headbutt from behind.
Peter Maivia now with the upper hand.
And you can see Steele is struggling to weather the storm with the High Chief.
George the Animal Steele is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the animal. Back and forth we go.
Looks like a hockey fight's just broken out.
Back and forth, neither one giving up any ground.
What impressive determination from both competitors, keeping at each other no matter what. Exhaustion setting in, and neither one of them is letting up.
This is a war of attrition with neither superstar wanting to be the one who surrenders.
Oh! Oh, ouch! Boom! Listen to this crowd driving these competitors to leave everything out in the ring. Oh, jeez, looking absolutely rocked.
When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steele often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature.
The cover for the win. And he doesn't let the pin last long at all.
He's nowhere near. Wait a minute, setting in. Devastating submission coming.
This could be it. Able to punch his way out.
Headlock. Oh, a cheap shot right above the eye.
And there's another focused attack to his head.
Oh, what a right! Man, that's some attitude behind it. Haymaker after haymaker. Boom!
Neither competitor is backing down.
Two titans trading strikes and refusing to back down.
Neither competitor is backing down.
Ooh! Who will break first? That is the question.
What impressive determination from both competitors, keeping at each other no matter what. You can feel the contact, and now these two just pummeling the hell out of each other.
Looks like we know who won that exchange. Headlock. Oh, cheap shot right above the eye.
Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian. And the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But, guys, how has he earned the other nickname? The High Chief.
Well, Cole, Peter Maivia is very close to the Anoa'i family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan.
When you add on the fact that Maivia was born and raised in Samoa, you can see the great pride he has for that land and its people in the tribal ink that covers his body.
Momentum is all with Maivia now.
Yeah, and Maivia has really figured the animal out here.
Hoisted up high here.
Running power slam!
Peter Maivia very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows? Maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime.
Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the animal. Headlock. Oh, cheap shot right above the eye.
Ooh, that hurt right to the kidney.
Golly. Going right after the arm of their opponent, applying the arm bar. Nice takedown. Punishing.
And George Steele has the High Chief in dire straits after that move. Dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh, yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui.
And his core remains the focus here.
Every blow taking more of his breath away.
Piercing chop. Maivia overwhelming his opponent. Here.
Steele now just trying to survive.
Big back body drop.
He got him. Is he going to lock this in?
Targeting the arm, holding on for dear life.
Looking to... He gives in and taps out. Steel cage match underway. Peter Maivia versus George the Animal Steele. Most of the matches between Peter Maivia and George Steele have ended inconclusively, but this time we'll have a winner.
These are two very different men, Cole. The High Chief is a man of great pride and respect for the ring, while Steele is, well, he's an animal. I can't think of two opponents with more opposing styles.
You said it, Corey. Let's just hope this one gets taken care of in the ring tonight. Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian, and the reasons are obvious for that, Mike.
Oh, look out. It's on now.
Maivia gets stonewalled.
So much pride, so much resiliency on display.
Looks like a hockey fight's just broken out. No. Pretty here, just good old-fashioned fisticuffs.
And there he goes, climbing up the cage wall.
Perched up top.
Diving leg drop. The High Chief just refusing to be intimidated.
The animal has no idea what to make of Maivia. Pulled back into the hip toss. Big hammer connects.
Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steele as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed. All the way up top.
Nasty arm drag.
You really have to throw caution to the wind to even consider hitting something like that. Propped up in the corner.
Wicked clothesline. Momentum is all with Maivia now.
Yeah, and Maivia has really figured the animal out here.
Tremendous pressure being applied in this head crank. Crank in the head.
We've seen that Steele isn't above using a foreign object to gain the edge against Maivia. So he's got to have the advantage in a match where they're surrounded by one huge...
From the heavens. Splash from the top. Ooh.
Peter Maivia very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows? Maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime.
Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the animal.
He's just having his way now. No regrets, no second thoughts.
And you can see Steele is struggling to weather the storm with the High Chief.
Oh, right into a counter. And he turned it around.
Momentum going back to Peter Maivia's corner.
Peter Maivia weathered the storm and wants to create a flurry of his own. Headlock. Oh, cheap shot right above the eye.
The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii where he earned...
Maivia with a plan in mind. So much damage inflicted.
Is it enough? Is it enough for Peter Maivia? Uh-oh. Look at this. Launched into the cage.
Maivia one step ahead.
And he needed that badly.
And if he's smart, he'll try and take advantage of the opening he's created.
Peter Maivia is looking unstoppable now.
A series of disabling maneuvers from Peter Maivia.
Setting up again.
Backbreaker.
Oh, realign your vertebrae. And George is laid out. Oh, my gosh.
Oh. George Animal Steele is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the animal.
But you know who might be a better brawler, guys? The High Chief Peter Maivia. When you consider that Maivia is also an excellent high flyer and a great technician, well, you can see why the High Chief is the favorite in this match, even with the steel cage stipulation.
Oh, countered into a power slam. Oh, man.
Steele turning Maivia into the hunted here, looking to dethrone the High Chief.
That unraveled on George. George the Animal Steele might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost the match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steele's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Well, Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the animal will throw at him, even inside a cage.
And that was a hell of a maneuver there, guys.
Oh, and soon we could be seeing a submission here.
A single leg camel clutch and a great counter.
Going right after the arm of their opponent, applying the arm bar. Nice takedown. Punishing.
And George Steele has the High Chief in dire straits after that move. Great trouble here. Can he get it fully locked in? And the lock applied. The focused attack on the arm. Not a good situation. Going to be hard to fight.
He submits. He taps out. High Chief Peter Maivia taking on George the Animal Steele in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the Animal. Most of their contests have ended in countdowns or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain them.
And a series of vicious stomps.
The Animal has to be elated to be in this steel cage against one of his biggest rivals, no less.
Yeah, Byron, we've seen the Animal brandish a weapon against Peter Maivia before when it was against the rules. The High Chief better be prepared for Steele to get even crazier.
Oh, Maivia is prepared, all right. The man is extremely tough and agile. In fact, the High Chief's entire body can be considered a weapon.
And he's straddling the top of the cage, just feet away from making it to the outside.
And now he needs to hurry, needs to escape.
Oh! Trying to make their way out of the cage. Caught and crashing a long way down.
Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steele as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at the sculpted physique of the High Chief. And the tribal tattoos on his body are extremely intricate and definitely eye-catching.
And Steele is, well, he's an ugly creature. Enough hair on his upper torso to classify as fur. Folds in his bald head. He's like a modern-day Neanderthal.
And that holds Peter Maivia back.
Crucial turnaround there because George was falling behind.
This could be a good chance for Steele to get some distance and rethink.
Nice takedown. Stack them up.
And now a pin of their own.
He's got something else in mind, I guess. Oh! When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the Animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight.
Diving leg drop.
Good defense there. Someone stop this.
Just speaks to the animosity at play here, I guess. Willing to fight like an animal.
Tagged with a punch.
We've seen that Steele isn't above using a foreign object to gain the edge against Maivia. So he's got to have the advantage in a match where they're surrounded by one huge weapon, right?
Well, you'd think that, Cole, but think about how these men prepared for this match. The High Chief is a consummate professional who's game planned for this stipulation. And Steele, well, I think he just shows up to the arena and asks who he's fighting.
He puts him into the corner.
Connecting with a sharp elbow.
The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh, yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui. Going right after the arm and taking down their opponent effectively.
Just twisting. Ooh. And, this is not going to look pretty. Submission being applied.
The arm's trapped. Not fun. Able to punch his way out.
Peter might be very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows? Maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime.
Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the Animal. Hey.
Calling to the official, he wants to go out the way he came in.
George with great awareness.
Big impact. Well, nothing fancy here. Instant victory.
Turns the tables.
Not sure what the plan is here.
He's not ready for this to end.
Dribbling the opponent's head like a basketball.
George Animal Steel is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination.
I think the crowd knows what we're about to see. Backbreaker. Does Peter Maivia have this sewn up? And his body is still the focus of the attack.
Look at this. An arm breaker. Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian, and the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But guys, how has he earned the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole, Peter Maivia is very close to the Anoa'i family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan.
For the win! Shoulder up before the count started.
He didn't even let the ref start the count.
What a counter by Peter Maivia. George Animal Steel might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost the match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steel's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly, or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Well, Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring.
This is quickly turning into a slugfest.
Big shots being fired right now. Neither competitor letting up.
Two titans trading strikes and refusing to back down.
Exhaustion setting in, and neither one of them is letting up.
Both absolutely drained, but both refusing to give up.
Oh, man. Boom.
The willpower, the sheer guts of these two.
They are just going off with everything they've got now. That will leave you stunned.
Scoop slam. Peter Maivia now with the upper hand.
Yeah, Maivia has really figured the animal out here.
Here we go again.
Jarring impact.
No way Steel's coming back from that.
There's two.